What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Man, we finally done it. What a long way we've come. It's been a long journey, and by no means is it the end. It's really kind of just the beginning, a new beginning, and that is our channel reaching 1,000 subscribers. So we're extremely happy about that.
Yes.
You know, not even so much as just because, you know, now obviously once you get to 1,000 subscribers, you get to 4,000 watch hours, you're able to monetize your videos. So, you know, you're not going to make much money at all in the beginning. We're well aware of that. But you know, at least it's just a stepping stone. It's another step in the process, and we're just so thankful for everybody that watches all of our videos, for all of our subscribers, even the viewers that, you know, just watch the videos and don't subscribe. We're thankful for them too. So it all adds up, it all counts, and you know, we're very excited about it. So we just kind of wanted to use this video just to kind of give people kind of a reintroduction to who we are. We picked up a ton of subscribers over the last couple of months. So just kind of do a little reintroduction, tell you guys how we got to where we're at as far as traveling full-time in our RV, and we're going to throw in some clips from some of our old videos, which were rough. But hope you guys enjoy this, and you know, we'll kind of walk you through the process from when we started the channel and to where we're at now.
Yeah, it's been a learning process as we went along. You know,
Yes.
A lot of our old videos we didn't talk much in, and it was just kind of music over top of the views that we were showing. But we've learned a lot, and we feel like we've come a long way.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
definitely. I mean, so originally, the whole channel started when we bought our travel trailer and decided that, you know, we wanted to film some of the campgrounds we were going to. So we were in Florida, living in South Florida, and Florida has a tremendous amount of state parks. So that's pretty much where we wanted to travel to and camp at. So we would go to the state parks with our travel trailer, which was a Forest River Gray Wolf toy hauler, the 22RR model. So we would load our golf cart up in the back of the travel trailer.
Which we sadly do not have now.
Dylan's disappointed we don't have a golf cart anymore.
He misses it. Florida State Parks are golf cart friendly, so we had a lot of fun with that.
Yes.
So we would load it up, we'd get to the campground, people's eyes would bug out when we'd fold the back door of that little travel trailer down. The travel trailer was only 29 feet total
Yes.
length, so the actual living space inside the travel trailer was about 26 feet, and when you pop the back door down on a little travel trailer like that and spit a golf cart out the back of it, people give you some funny looks. Looks, but you know, it worked out really well for us. We loved that little travel trailer. Towed it all over the place.
Yeah.
Up to Tennessee, Virginia. You know, took some longer vacations in it, and really enjoyed it. But that's how it started. Was kind of filming doing little drive-throughs of the state parks. No talking. Nobody wanted to actually talk on camera. So it was just drive-throughs of the state parks, throw some music over it, and call it good. And after we did a few of those and we started kind of watching some other YouTube videos from other people that were doing campground stuff and campground reviews. We're like, you know, we probably should add a little something to it. So we started trying to talk a little bit and started trying to add our thoughts about different parks. And you know, that was rough in the beginning also. I mean, some of these are still rough, but the early ones were really rough.
Yeah.
So they did pretty well. They seemed to get pretty good response from people.
Yeah.
We were obviously part of the Florida RV camping group, some of the Facebook pages, so we were able to share some of our videos on there, people that were looking for reviews on different parks and things. So that worked out well for us. And it was through those travels, those camping trips, that we kind of decided that you know, full-time RVing might be something that we wanted to explore a little bit more.
What kind of brought us to that was we were spending more time, it seemed like, preparing for camping trips and getting ready to go and spending more weekends away from the house than we were spending at the house.
Yeah, every other weekend. And I remember in the house I'd always be like, hey Mom, hey Dad, when are we going to go camping again? When are we going to go camping again?
Yeah, we would have a trip planned just about every other weekend.
Yeah.
So, you know, half the weekends out of the month we weren't even at our house, and
Yeah.
we would go more, but the problem was, you know, we liked to go into different places, different campgrounds, and after we kind of went to all the ones close to where we were in South Florida, the drives started getting longer to get to the places that we haven't been. So those further away spots had to kind of wait until we had a long weekend, or I would take a little bit of vacation time from work to make a long weekend, and we'd go to those. But we bought our Florida map to put on the back of our travel trailer that we had at the time.
Very, very full water.
And we started marking off the counties that we've been to. So, you know, you can see what it looks like right now, our current Florida map, what it looks like with all the counties. There at the beginning of our intro, we have a shot of it in there, and we've been to a lot of counties.
Yeah, we mainly didn't even much to the North Florida counties.
So, you know, we kind of mentioned the full-time RVing as it started off really kind of as a joke. We would sit at the campgrounds and at the campsites on the weekends, and you know, talk about where we would go if we weren't limited by vacation time, and where we would go if we weren't limited basically by, you know, having to be back in Florida at home to our house, to our jobs at a specific time. And man, that's really what got the ball rolling, got the wheels spinning, trying to figure out how we can make this happen. Our plan really ended up being about a 1.5-year plan. We had, once we made the decision that that's what we were going to do, it took us about a 1.5 years to get debt paid down, get our house sold, downsize everything. We actually downsized and moved into our travel trailer in our driveway while we had our house on the market for sale. So we were living in our little Gray Wolf travel trailer, toy hauler, which is not conducive for full-time living at all.
Yes.
We were actually living in that in our driveway. Luckily, our house sold very, very quickly. So as soon as we sold the house, we bought our Grand Design 28BH.
But before even that happened, we had to sell our Dodge Durango and get the Ram 2500 diesel.
Yep.
They struggled to
That
pull
was
the
the first. I guess that was the very, very first step.
Yeah.
We were towing our Gray Wolf with the Dodge Durango.
Bad
And,
idea.
oh, that poor thing. That poor SUV.
I mean, it got the job done.
Yeah.
It did,
But
only in Florida. If we would have went anywhere that had any kind of hills or mountains, I'm sure we would have burned the transmission up big time. It was not designed to pull that. It was inside the weight specs of the Durango, but the specs of the Durango and the reality of what it can tow were two totally different things. So
in our mind, it made the most sense to get the truck first, and have that for a little while before we were trying to sell the house and sell the Gray Wolf and get the fifth wheel.
right. But yeah, so we got the truck. Once the house sold, we really knew what RV. Well, we had it narrowed down to two models that we were really looking at. One was the 28BH, and then the other one was the 31MB mid-bunk. And both of them very, very similar in size. The mid-bunk was a little bit longer, just a little bit heavier, not drastic. So since we kind of had an idea of what we wanted, the process from the time we sold the house and closed on the sale of the house to the time that we actually bought the fifth wheel was very, very quick, because we had already done our research. We'd already done walkthroughs of both models. We walked through a ton of RVs, fifth wheels,
Yeah.
and really those are the two that we always kept coming back to. We found some that we thought, some that were a little bit bigger, maybe some that had a few more creature comforts, but those two we kept coming back to. And what eventually ended up selling us on the 28BH was the very, very large rear storage. Since we were going to be full-time, we really thought that we could make use of that rear storage to give us somewhere to haul some more of our stuff that we didn't want to have to try to find a place for inside. So it's worked out great for us, and 28BH was a great choice for us for what we do.
Yeah, we've had it for about a year and a half now, and it's been really good.
So we actually lived in the 28BH. We actually lived locally. We stayed in town once we sold our house, bought our fifth wheel. We stayed, kind of bounced around between some state parks, between the Army Corps of Engineers campgrounds, a couple of county parks there down in South Florida, and we did that so that we could still keep our full-time job. Erica was working part-time for the same company, so we still wanted to work. We got our debt paid down, paid off a tremendous amount of debt while we were staying local. But the whole time, the plan was always, once we got to a certain point, it was going to be to go on the road and travel full time. And originally the plan was to work camp.
Yeah.
We actually made it out to South Dakota, started a work camping position, and then had a different opportunity come up for Erica and I to both work remotely. So that gave us a lot more flexibility. So we left the work camping job early, and again, turned out to be a great decision, because we really were able to see a lot more of what we wanted to see while we were out west. Not everything, but
a lot to see.
Definitely got to see a lot more, and give us a lot more flexibility while we were traveling out there.
And we started traveling in March of this year, so March of 2020.
Yes.
Which everybody knows that was the start of the pandemic.
Yeah, that was right at the height of COVID. Well, the first height of COVID, when everything was shutting down. Man, we had reservations that were canceling because of COVID. Campgrounds that weren't taking any new reservations. It was a struggle, and we made it. We got into Georgia. We were going to kind of hang out there and see how things shook out, and stuff just started. Either the stuff that we had just left was closing kind of behind us, and then we still had a long way to go from Georgia to South Dakota.
Yeah.
So we just decided, the first chance we got some good weather, we made a run for it. We just got out to South Dakota as quick as we could, and that worked out very well. We ended up at Custer State Park out there.
Awesome.
It was amazing. There were only like 2 or 3 campers there in Game Lodge Campground.
Which is the only campground with license service in the park.
So that was a phenomenal welcome to South Dakota, for sure. And we've got multiple videos on Game Lodge Campground at Custer State Park, but
and it's one of our favorite spots so far that we've been.
We saw snow too, which in Florida, I don't think you get very much snow in Florida.
So, that was kind of where that's kind of where it started with the traveling side of our full-time journey. I mean, we just, we just kind of made a decision that's what we wanted to do, and we knew kind of when we wanted to go, so we just kind of worked backwards from there.
Yep.
As far as dates and having dates when we wanted to have certain things accomplished, like selling the house, like having the fifth wheel. So we really ran the numbers and really worked kind of backwards from the date that we wanted to leave, backwards to where we were, to see, how much debt we needed to get paid off, how much time we would have to pay it off. And it's amazing. It's amazing what you can do when you put your mind to something and decide that that's what you want to do. So we did a lot of research up front. We did a lot of research on what rig we wanted, what truck we wanted, and it's all paid off, because we really feel like we've not had a whole lot of problems. The problems we have had, we've been able to handle them fairly easily. Nothing catastrophic. Knock on wood. Nothing catastrophic yet. I think as far as the YouTube videos go, we kind of got to a certain point, and it's when you're at 75 or 80 or 100 subscribers, 1,000 seems so far away. And then when you realize you need 4,000 watch hours, which is 240,000 minutes, and you can't. Sometimes when you're at that low subscriber count, you can't fathom anybody watching that many of your videos or watching your videos for that long to get you there.
And what was really surprising to us is we had the watch hours long before we had the subscriber count.
Yeah.
We really thought that the watch hours were going to be the really difficult one to get. But if you just if you're consistent and you put out a lot of content, even if you don't think it's good, there have been so many videos that I got done editing the videos, and I'm like, man, this is a dumb video. Nobody's gonna watch this. And
they gotta watch your drive.
Just about every video that I've said that about has thousands and thousands of views.
Yes,
so,
watch your drive, China bomb tires.
People look on YouTube for everything. I mean, if you can think about it, somebody's out there looking for it. And and with the millions and millions and millions of people that search YouTube for things every day, don't be afraid to make a video on something that you think's dumb or that you think nobody's going to be looking for, because I promise you, somebody's looking for it. Somebody's looking for that information. And we've had some videos that didn't do good, that that we thought were going to be great and awesome, and just for whatever reason, it was a good video and the response we got to it was great, but it's just not a highly searched topic or destination or something like that. But
really, I think a big piece of advice is when you don't have the 1,000 and you would like to have the 1,000, not to focus on the number, just focus on putting out good quality videos, taking your time with those, and being informative. People love videos that they find helpful.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of made the decision to really try to focus our channel on being more informative, trying to be helpful. I don't know if all of our videos are helpful, but trying to be helpful and really make videos that we would look for, back when we were thinking about going full time, or even now when we're on the road when something breaks. I mean, if I need to know how to do something, I'm probably going on YouTube and looking up to see if somebody's done it. Now, we had an issue with our microwave, and I was on YouTube trying to figure out how to take our microwave apart. So, that's such an obscure video. I mean, I would never, I personally would never think to make a video about taking the panel off of our microwave to figure out why the fuse kept blowing. But
and we did not video that. So if you have a question about that, feel free to message us or leave a comment somewhere, and we can help you out with that, with what we did to fix that.
Yeah, I'm kicking myself for not making a video of that, because we really should have. Yeah, so don't be afraid to make videos. Man, video everything and throw it out there. I mean, worst case scenario, nobody watched it. Best case scenario, it gets tens of thousands of views and everybody's looking for it. So
I was just gonna say, if you decide not to use it, then no harm done. You did it, and you have it in case you decide you should have used it or should have recorded it.
Yeah, exactly. So lesson learned there, on my part. But if we had to give somebody any advice that only had maybe 100 subscribers or less, or even more, and you're still trying to get more subscribers, I think what really kind of got us a good exercise that we did when we were on the way back from when we left Wyoming and made our way back to Florida. We decided when we left Wyoming that we were going to put up one video a day for 30 days. So we did basically might end up being 31 days, but basically a daily vlog every day for a month. And I tell you, that really it does a couple things. It did for us anyway, and that it really forces you to try to find some content, try to find something to talk about, to film that day. And you know, you'd be amazed at how much of your daily activities that you do, that you do there's a lot of things you do that that other people might be looking to do, you know, or that might actually provide value to somebody.
And there will be some days that you don't have a whole lot going on. You know, that we had days that we were just working, Dylan was doing some schoolwork, and maybe we were just going to the grocery store and stuff, but we tried to include some information in those days too, even if it wasn't a super exciting day.
Yeah, and you know, and it gets you in the habit of just getting those videos out and posting, and it also kind of helps build that consistency. So when we went from doing a video every day, and we decided we were gonna back off, when you go from 1 a day to 3 a week, man, that makes 3 a week really feel pretty easy, versus putting out a video every single day. So it just kind of puts everything in perspective. And you know, now we do 3 videos a week, and we've been doing that since we stopped doing the daily vlog, and it really seemed to help. We kind of noticed our subscriber numbers really start to climb after, you know, once we started being consistent with 3 videos a week. And you don't have to do 3 a week, even if you only do 1 a week.
Yeah, just be consistent with what you decide to do.
Yeah.
If you can only commit to 1 every 2 weeks, just make sure you get that 1 every 2 weeks out.
Yeah. So I think that's probably the biggest thing that we did that helped us, and it also kind of gets you over that, you know, if you're self-conscious about talking to a camera and making videos. You know, if you pump out one video a day, or 1 video a week, or 2 videos a week, if you do it consistently, you get over it, and you realize that you pay a lot more attention to yourself than anybody else does. So you know, nobody's going to be as critical on you as you will be on yourself. So
if there's anything that you guys would like to see us post in the future or do a video on, we're open to suggestions. Leave us a comment and let us know.
Yep, absolutely. And you know, again, that's kind of a condensed version of how we got to where we're at. We look forward to doing these videos. We enjoy doing them.
And once we leave Florida again and we start moving more, I think Dylan's going to be trying to get some more videos out on his channel, which we told him we would also try to help with. So it's Dylan from Florida. He has his own view and perspective on the different places that we go as full-time RVing from a kid's perspective.
Yes, and they're very entertaining. He does his own editing, so I help him kind of get it set up, make sure we get the clips loaded into the program, and from there he's on his own. He does all his own editing, so we're going to try to have him take our piece of advice with being more consistent once we're on the road moving more often again.
I did 30 days in a row once we leave Florida.
Yeah. So we'll still be moving around while we're here in Florida, going to some places and some counties that we still haven't yet been to, and bringing those to you.
All right. I think that's going to do it. Dylan, why don't you send us out of here, bud?
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest at Jouppi Outdoors. Bye, guys.
All right. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys down the road.